Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, Big Dog Gaming proudly presents to you its Twitch streaming champions of the world, the top fragger Frank Howley, the badass Bryan abou chacra, and we are the Big Dogs!
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Dog walk.
Oh my God!
It's December 2nd, 2019. We're here chilling, walking around Balboa Park. It's pretty. It's been a long time since we've had a dog walks. I've been busy. My schedule every summer from like summer through November is nonstop busy. Things have slowed down. We've listened to audience demands. People say they wanted dog walks, so we have a new one for you. We've been streaming very often, about 2 to 3 days a week. Big Dog's been blowing up. The biggest thing that happened in the past month, our last video we put out was Jordan Jones pimped my PC. We had a Big Dogs fundraiser to get a new graphics card. So Jordan Jones came and installed a new graphics card on our PC. We upgraded our RAM. And thanks to everyone who donated. You guys helped build our gaming PC. We also put out a Big Dogs Discord, which we've been growing for a month now. We have a lot of people there. We have links in the description if you want to join. It's been incredible. But most importantly, we've just been playing a lot of video games. Bryan.
There's been a lot going on. Like Frank said, we've been trying to stream a lot, even though we've both been really busy doing other work outside of it. But now we're in the clear, so we're going to take advantage of that new pimped out PC that we got from our big dog, Jordan Jones. And then, yeah, we've been hitting a lot of games. Death Stranding came out. We also played Luigi 3. Frank's been playing a lot of new games on his PC because of the pimped out hardware that we got. So that's been awesome to watch, like, you know, Battlefield and watch all of these games in like top fragger resolution, 140 hertz. I don't even know how you could see that clearly, but it's beautiful. Yeah, we've been able to run everything without a hitch. It's been really, really cool. Like, the biggest thing for me, I think that makes the last few months really big has been our Big Dogs Discord. Frank put together the Big Dogs Discord, and really, like, I can't thank him enough for how cool it is. Like, he set up all of these different rooms, all of these different places for people to chat about all the fun topics that we used to love and enjoy, going to like Something Awful, going to all of our favorite message boards, you know, the Mega 60 forums, Lou Links, and we really wanted to have fun with it. That was the thing that Frank and I really said. So he set it up great with all of these different channels, and it's been blowing up. I really, really love it. I think for me, the biggest thing has been the Discord.
The main thing with the Discord is like we love streaming, but it was only like primarily two nights a week. But like I wanted to keep that energy 24/7. Twitter is so like social media has shifted. Before social media, we met on message boards and then through Skype. Then everyone had Twitter and Instagram, so the internet became centralized. But then I kind of miss like, so I've always had like my own private Discord with my friends, and I love that energy. It feels like we're teenagers again, like just shooting off stupid pictures and jokes, hanging out. And like I've always wanted to like recapture that. Like I love this, but I want everyone to have the same joy I get from it. So with the Big Dogs Discord, a lot of these tools, and we also like practice doing the PPS Discord, and then also working for NoClip and helping manage that community. I've just learned like what makes a good Discord, dude. It's also being open to suggestions. Thanks again to the Art of Asking for teaching me how to accept the gifts and move forward. But yeah, I encourage everyone, if you're not already part of the Big Dogs Discord, join it. We have a wrestling forum, a film forum, MP3s, books, Mario Thug Mafia. If you want to know what's up with Mario Thug, post in there. Share your work, which is just, hey, if you make something, share it. You cook something, you make videos, you make music, share it. We're all about promoting. Audrey kind of helped me set up, there's like an art class forum where people can just make art and share stuff, which is really cool. Like, it's just, it feels like the stream never ends. It's that same positivity, that same energy of uplifting. And again, we even took like questions from the Discord, which we'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, this is like an open invitation. Everyone can join it. Join the Big Dogs Discord if you want to hang out. But yeah, it's been like comforting. And I set it up during my big work crunch in November, where I was editing nonstop, which is very isolating. Like I couldn't even make it to game days because I was like working. And again, I'm thankful, but it was like, oh my God, I don't ever get to see my friends. But by creating a Discord where literally everyone's invited, it's like, oh, all my friends are in here. Hey, what's up? And then, so I really am really stoked about the Discord. And again, just everything we've been doing with Big Dogs. We've now been streaming for over a year and a half, almost, like since September of last year. This wasn't a dog walks, but we did our TwitchCon video. We hung out with Ray and team. We got advice from Ray, and I feel like that really kickstarted us too. Lots of really fun stuff. And yeah, man, I'm like very, very excited, which is why I guess I feel like paused enough and stoked enough about the Big Dogs to record this episode of Dog Walks.
I think I come home almost every day, especially when we have days to stream, and I tell Frank how excited and like genuinely stoked I am to do a Big Dog stream that day. Like, the amount of support we get every single episode, even if it's just, hey, we're going live for no reason other than it's, I don't know, Thursday and we feel like playing something because Frank literally comes home and he goes, I've been playing Jedi Fallen Order for 2 hours. He did this exact same thing with Sekiro and ran in and went, we have to stream now. Are you doing anything? Like, I'm going to stream. If you want to come on, let's go do it. And we do it, and it's incredible. And it's just because of the Big Dogs who come out to the stream and hang out in the Twitch chat, join the Discord, and make it really fun. So, like, I tell them every Tuesday, it's the thing I look forward to when I come home. And it's like, it's so cool that even though we're both working, we're able to still grow this Big Dogs and, like, Big Dogs stream on Twitch. And then, yeah, going to TwitchCon, having such a great reception. The video came out so good. It's one of the things I'm most proud of that, like, I've ever worked on. It's really been something that I'm having so much fun, and I'm really, really happy that we can do it every week. I'm seriously so excited every Tuesday and every Friday when we got the Big Dogs. It's really cool. Plus, Big Time Tommy's now looking our way. He knows the Big Dogs, and that's like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, we've had so many people make incredible fan art during our streams. Dead Knight made a bunch of Star Wars comics when I streamed with Ryan. The Average Joey made this incredible fan art of Big Time Tommy and the Big Dog. And Tommy replied to it saying OS for life. You know, the second time Big Time Tommy is giving his blessings, Marty 20K and Mikey Palermo made like a lo-fi hip-hop beat, a freestyle track incorporating Big Time Tommy's shout out. I just love our culture of remixing. And then, yeah, like Brian says, we stream every month, Tuesday and Friday, like as scheduled. But like the last 3 weeks in a row, I've done an extra Saturday stream with Audrey. Ryan's come out. We had Steve Barker on a million times. Yeah, streaming is like my favorite outlet. Like, I'm addicted to it. It's the equivalent of like doing stand-up, improv, or like performing wrestling. You know, like I look at all those avenues and just like I get to do it through Big Dogs. And because of the continued support, gift subs, donations, bits, thank you, Arkwright. Everyone else, but Arkwright is the top bidder. Thank you. It's why we are, like, yeah, we started out doing once a week. Then we moved it to 2 weeks, and now on average it's 3 a week, and it's never going to stop. Specifically, I mentioned wrestling. This year, Eric recommended, I forget how it came up, but Eric recommended The Death of WCW to me, which is an incredible book about the Monday Night Wars in the 90s. It explains the rise and fall of WCW, the rise and kind of stall of WWE, and hints of ECW, and I burned through that book this summer. And, you know, you'll notice a shift in the way we market stuff and perform on streams. During the summer of 2019, I got WWE Network, and I just went down this insane rabbit hole of studying wrestling and understanding it from their side of performing, production, writing. And the key thing is, like, every week with wrestling, people come out there to try to put on a show to entertain people, but they're always analyzing what works. What does the crowd respond to? Like, you know, what new moves do the wrestlers try? And that's like the philosophy Brian and I have. Every time we stream, we're trying new bits out, we're trying new games out, trying new moves, adding to our move set. Like, it's fascinating. And also what I really like about wrestling, like specifically like 90s wrestling, is like why I liked Preacher so much last year. It perfectly encapsulates that late 90s like shock culture, but in a very cartoonish, loud, fun way. And I think that's what we bring to the Big Dogs, that like Y2K aesthetic. And then Brian showed me the Paul Heyman documentary on the WWE Network, which you know, people have choice words for Paul Heyman, but I love Paul Heyman. You know, he led the ECW revolution, and even studying ECW was amazing. Like, I just found all these wrestlers, like Rob Van Dam, and I just, like, listen to podcasts and shoot interviews, and, like, it's always fun finding new heroes and to, like, mix and assemble positive traits from all those people. But, Brian, did you ever stop liking wrestling? Like, I loved wrestling from, like, when I was, like, 11 to 13, and then I stopped, and now I'm back. I don't watch current stuff, but I'm going down the endless '90s rabbit hole. But what was your peak of wrestling fandom as a kid, and then what's hot now?
I mean, I came into wrestling right as the Attitude Era was like starting to come up. So you would see South Park and all of these different like signs and stuff in the crowd. So it was really cool to like get into wrestling back then and feel like it was something that I could, I wanted to watch every week. There was like a through line. It ran it like a serious show. Not serious, but you know, it's cartoony. It's what makes wrestling great is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. So the times that I don't like wrestling is when it takes itself so seriously it can't have fun. And honestly, that's where WWE is right now for me. It may have changed in the past couple of months. I doubt it, because the trajectory is not there, and I don't like to focus on negative things. For me, that's a waste of time. There are things out there, we always say it on Big Dogs, there are things out there that we love, that we can enjoy. We just have to search and look for them a little bit harder, and I guarantee you'll find it. And if you're open to surprises, you might find something new that you didn't know you liked. And so I did that. This year, I really haven't been able to watch a lot of WWE because I just don't feel compelled to. Right now, it's the least that I've liked WWE wrestling in forever. And that's because there's so much good content out there with New Japan Pro, all the indie circuits, and then especially AEW coming out as strong as it's been. We've been so busy, I haven't been able to watch it, but I kept up with the first like month and a half and the first like few episodes of AEW. I love it. I can't get enough of how they're trying to create a world where they can actually build characters and build wrestlers and build a wrestling group, not just like a TV show, but like, you know, an organization where being at the top actually means something. And that's what it's supposed to be. That's what wrestling is. It's showmanship, but it's also being the top dog and knowing how to market yourselves and putting together great matches that people haven't seen before. So honestly, it's the worst for WWE. It's great for other wrestling right now. So check other stuff out. That's what I would say.
And then again, yeah, we have a WrestleMania channel in Discord. Talk about wrestling. So what I've been doing at the end of streams is I found out a new strategy for recruiting new big dogs. And again, anyone's welcome to take this Twitch strategy. We're all sharing, we're all growing. But after the end of the stream, we've been raiding, which like Ray taught us that, Tina, Lena, Spirit64 raids us almost every stream. Thank you if you guys ever raided us. But specifically, I'll go and I'll browse just chatting, and I'll sort lowest to highest viewers. So I found some guy, his name is Derek, Ake Bonataro. His stream, he had like one viewer at the time. He was just streaming New Japan Pro matches. Wow. And I just came in and was like, hey, do you like ECW? Like almost role-playing as like a kid. Like, hey, do you like wrestling? Like I was just, just like kind of like softly like wanting to chat. And then the guy immediately was like, oh yeah, that's good. But have you seen that? Like, he used like enough jargon where it's like, oh, this guy is like a top fragger when it comes to wrestling. And then he was just showing me New Japan Pro matches, and he joined our stream, and he's been part of our Discord, and it's like, oh shit, okay, bam, now we got a wrestling Hobbit gamer. And then we found like the other night at the end of a Battlefield 5 stream with Jordan Jones, we raided like a sleepover of like kids playing Call of Duty, and they were so fun and friendly, and yeah, they like, it was like amazing, like uplifting these other kids trying to stream, helping them out. They made me a mod in their chat, okay? So follow the rules. And it's so fun just like raiding new streams, discovering new streams, and recruiting big dogs. I mean, like, Mario Thug is a new kid we met. Star Wars Nerd is someone we raided. Like, Arai, our homie, world champ. He's a world champ too. He's a world contender.
He's in our TwitchCon video.
It's really cool just meeting new people on Twitch. So yeah, keep promoting us, but also it's fun to raid people. So if you know any, small channels, let us know. Share it, because I want to like find weird stuff to raid and just grow and connect. Death Stranding, baby, all about connecting. Bryan, you've been in the zone with that game this past week. How you feeling? How's it clicking?
It's definitely something that I've been enjoying a lot. I felt like I hadn't gotten a lot of time to play it, and then I looked at my total play time, and it was over 25 hours at that point, and I went, oh, yeah, and there were only cutscenes at the beginning. Frank told me, he's like, hey, the beginning is like 85% cutscenes. You get into chapter 3, no more cutscenes. And so for me, it's been pretty incredible that like we have this awesome game that actually connects us with other people who are playing it. So like you're able to build and connect bridges, highways, and freeways, all of these different things that other users can use. And like, I'm really getting into the thick of it as of the last 2 days. And I'm like getting these like minute by minute reports of like thousands of likes that I'm getting on roads that I build or helped rebuild. What I love about the game more than anything is it's so easy to play, to pick up and play either for 15 minutes, or for like 4 hours. Because it's little bite-sized bits of like, deliver this from here to here, maximize your delivery route by having like, 6 different orders on your back and then loading your bike up the right way or your truck.
And that's kind of how Monster Hunter is. Like, you just doing these little missions, which is another huge game in Japan.
Okay. See, I've never played a Monster Hunter game and nobody's ever explained it to me. So it's like, if that's what this is, and then you're like building all this stuff together, what I love about the game more than anything is its genuine overall positivity. It's like every email, every message you get, everything.
It has that Japanese charm to it.
Yeah, but especially like and it's not without merit. Like you're delivering these things, you're helping these people out, and they're giving you compliments based on the things you've done. And I like that. I mean, aside from experience points, you're getting actual appreciation from this, digital world and the real people playing it too. So I think, the game is not going to be for everyone. It's a Japanese collection game where you get a bunch of resources, you build things together, and you see the total mass of your work together. That's what this game's going to be. The fun sci-fi story, that's for people who love sci-fi. That has been great. All the lore, all the different emails and the interviews to read, deciphering the, what actually happened and all that lore. The one thing I would say to most people that I think they get caught up in is that they overanalyze what people are saying. If you're hearing something in an interview, or reading something in an interview, or hearing something in a backstory, just accept that as the fact and don't try to dig too much deeper aside from like, oh, the reports say that the chiral network can blah, 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 blah. I don't want to give any spoilers. They're probably telling you that's a point of reference. Try to take those things at face value and take the more like big event emotional things as like, oh, pick those apart. Like moral questions, you can pick those apart. But like, they're building a really big world, and I love that. I think it's really cool. It's really been an incredible game, so I've been enjoying it a lot.
What chapter are you in?
I'm still in chapter 3, which is the longest fucking chapter in the world.
So because I'm in chapter 5, and you're constantly getting upgrades that make everything easy. But I kind of hit a wall with that game where I played like 20 hours and was like, all right, I'm good for now. And then I just picked up like Jedi Fallen Order. There's a million games. Call of Duty came out, which we played multiplayer. But the coolest game that we discovered, which we did like 7-hour stream of, is Dreams by Media Molecule. And the whole premise of Dreams is it's basically, I marketed it as like, it's Newgrounds Flash Portal. It is people making weird shit, goofing around, and it's like the funniest game I've ever played. We did a 7-hour stream. We found games like Bathroom Mario, Waluigi Poop Shed. There's Sonic knockoffs, Crash Bandicoot knockoffs. It's kids and people and adults messing around, making funny stuff with incredible tools. And when we were streaming Dreams, other people came in and be like, hey, I made this spaceship. You want to look at my spaceship? Sure. Hey, I made this game. Someone made their own version of Luigi's Mansion. And we played that. Dreams is amazing. But yeah, check out that stream. If you don't watch the streams, they're VODs on YouTube, or just come in our Twitch chat anytime. Jump in the pool, jump in the party. It's okay. We got questions from our Discord. That's the name of the segment. Marty20K asks, what's your favorite default emoji? I like how you use default because we have so many custom emojis in our Discord server. I like the Big Time Tommy emote. I like the Juggalo Hatchet Man. But default emojis, I think just the smiling dude with sunglasses. That's OS. The sunglasses by themselves is good too. I like the purple heart, but I think just the smiling sunglasses, I like it. What about you?
So I think for me, I like to do the thumbs up a lot.
Oh, thumbs up is good. It's very strong.
Yeah, thumbs up, or I'll throw in the this one.
Hang loose.
The hang loose. If something isn't like a super serious situation, and it's like, okay, cool, got it, and no worries. It's like, I throw that one in there. I really like that one. But yeah, the sunglasses emoji is always a good one. I really like that one. That's a good default.
Yeah. Real fast with wrestling. Of course, my favorite wrestler was Rob Van Dam, but then Superhuman. Superhuman's the best. Like we haven't just talked about it on dog walks, but if you follow us on Twitter or watch the Big Dogs, we are constantly putting over Superhuman He's the greatest. He's the greatest. He's a hero. I love him. All right, next Discord question, guys. If you want to ask, be on the next episode of Dog Walks, just hang in the Discord and you'll never know when we'll come up and ask for questions. Den Knight, who made the amazing Star Wars comics featuring Ryan and I, asked a question: how do you deal with self-doubt? Yeah, I mean, I feel like self-doubt and like general anxieties are like questioning yourself is stuff that we always talk about on our streams. And it's weird because I've grown so confident over like the past decade. But yeah, when you're lying in bed at night and questioning like something unknown or new, oh yeah, you're always self-doubting or asking yourself questions. How do you overcome it? I feel like I've since learned that the best thing is just to try. And if you're afraid, that's a good sign because that means you're going to learn something new. And the more you do something, the less afraid you become. So case in point with like my main job, I teach like documentary filmmaking every summer to high school students. The first 2 years I was in charge of that, I was like terrified. It's like they're putting me in charge of it, like really? And now I do it and I don't even have to think about it. Like it's just instinctual. So now I have no self-doubts about that. And now I have enough room to try new things. When we wanted to do dog walks or even stream big dogs in our apartment, it was like, is anyone going to watch? Does anyone care? Why do people want to hang out? And then we tried it and we made it into our own thing. But what's helpful with self-doubts is like, I'm sure like I have like Audrey in my life. I have Brian. I have my friends. I have the big dogs. If there's stuff that's like I'm questioning, like I'm not afraid to like ask people or talk to people. I think if you're self-doubting something, talk to someone. Hopefully you have someone close to you. And if you don't, the big dogs, in our Discord, ask questions, talk about stuff. But I think communicating, I always go back to that Dan Harmon quote about like depression where it's like, don't let something bounce around in your head. Write it down, shoot it out, just put it out there. That way the negative thought or doubt kind of escapes you. But if you can talk to someone, that's amazing. And again, like if you're really, I feel like Den's totally cool, but like if there's someone who's really in a place of like terror, or I don't know, you can always message us. Like I've had people DM me in the past. Yeah, I think find some place or find some healthy outlet for you. I think also that book, Art of Asking, that I recommended by Amanda Palmer, really goes into like imposter syndrome and stuff like that. But I feel like if you're facing self-doubt, it means you're entering a new area, which is good. You should try to accomplish it. And then Paul Heyman says, like, if you fail, at least you tried, and then you can pick yourself back up and be stronger. But Brian, I feel like there's been places in my life where I've gone to Brian and be like, I don't know about this. How do I do this? Like, yeah, I'm eager to learn, so I'm not afraid to ask questions. But yeah, Brian, how do you conquer self-doubt?
A lot of what you said, honestly, is what conquers self-doubt. Like, I was thinking about that in the morning. I messaged back Dan Knight when you posted the question in the Discord, and I think it's just you have to push yourself past those roadblocks. You know they're there, and you know that they're gonna be a issue for you to solve, but like you have to get over them, and you can't let them be what stops you from doing things. And like Frank said, it's self-doubt is your body's way of self-checking itself. It's making sure that you aren't going to do something that's going to hurt you. So it comes up, it goes, oh, I've been around long enough and I've kept myself alive, not just by the skin of my teeth, but actually doing pretty good for the most part. Like, I'm not living on the streets. I have somewhere to live, let's say. And like, for the most part, the reason you have self-doubt is because you want to make sure you aren't missing something that you missed in the past. So I think at that point what you have to do is be self-reflective. A lot of people don't know how to be self-reflective enough to look back and say, did I check and make sure that I did all of these things? They're too worried about making sure they're right, that they're not willing to accept that they could be wrong. And like Frank just said, questioning, oh, maybe there's a different perspective, or maybe there's something I don't see. So then try to look at it from a different perspective and think, okay, well, did I check all of these things that I need to get done to make sure I move on to the next step with better confidence? Because really what it comes down to is it comes down to how confident you feel doing something. The first time you do it, you're never going to feel as confident as the 10,000th time that you're going to do it. Because when you do it 10,000 times, you stop thinking. You just do it. So I would say stop thinking and just do it.
Yeah, like when I first started streaming at like Mega 64, I would have like, not panic attacks, but I'd be so like stressed and nervous before I streamed. Like if you look at those early like Last Game Standing streams, it was like, I remember I addressed this on stream like Mark Maron, where it was like, I'm afraid to stream by myself because it's like, hey, does anyone care? Like, I didn't have enough, like, I felt I didn't have enough clout that anyone would want to watch me or care. And that was after me making videos and crap for like 10 years. But I still thought, like, if I put a camera, who cares? Who wants to listen to me? And then people showed up and supported me. But, like, yeah, it was even like going up to Ray at TwitchCon. I'm like, how do you play story games on Twitch? If I just want to show up and enjoy the story, how do I do that? He's like, oh, don't worry, just do it. You know, like, Ray just said, just do it, don't worry. So, yeah, I still have moments like that. But again, yeah. Just do it. But you really, like, the more you do it, you don't think. So now when we Twitch stream, it's just like, everything's in place, let's go. And then going back to the gaming computer, because Jordan Jones helped us upgrade and everyone donated. Son of MHack gave us $75 to beat Son of Eternal Darkness. Thank you. And he paid for a Subway once. Thank you, Son of MHack. Yeah, now there's no nervousness. But there was definitely self-doubt at first. So I think it's totally normal to feel that. It's all part of growing up. So it's healthy. It's just, yeah, honestly, it's part of it. It's a built-in mechanism, as Bryan said. Bryan, well put, dude. Well put. Kevin the Kill has a great question. He asks, do horror movies need to be scary? And this is like such a big question to unpack, especially like, you know, I love film. I love horror, I guess morbid things. Especially when it comes to film or genre or art, nothing needs to be anything. And I know that's such a vague answer. But like when I think of my favorite horror films, they're mostly psychological. Or they're revealing. Like even this year, Midsommar is probably one of my favorite movies of the year, and that's a film that there's nothing like scary about it. Like I don't get scared. Like it's hard to justify. I guess different things scare different people. The experience of Midsommar to me is like cults, and it's like a slow creeping terror of this like thing. There's no like jump scares. There's no like people chasing people with knives. It's just like slow and quiet. So maybe other people don't find that scary. So I think it comes down to what scares people like individually. For me, I find like true crime scary. The fact that random violence does occur. And the stuff like cults grow and get out of control. That's scary. Ghost films don't scare me, but I still enjoy ghost films. Like The Shining is one of the best films ever made. Probably one of my favorite horror films. But there's nothing in that film that is scary to me because it's like, oh, I'm just here to have a good time. It's Stephen King. Like, Stephen King is fun for me. But then, like, a Jonestown documentary is, like, terrifying. The Vietnam War documentary is terrifying. So, yeah, I guess I can still enjoy horror films even if they don't scare me because I enjoy what they're doing. I enjoy the magic tricks that they're pulling. When I was a kid, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think the idea, the existence of Leatherface was scary, but I more so just liked it because it felt real. Yeah, I guess everyone likes different stuff, but to me, yeah, nothing needs to be scary for me to enjoy it. I guess I just enjoy, like, the feel of something. I don't know, it's a very interesting, big topic, but yeah, Bryan, what do you feel?
I think that's actually a really, really good point. Like, the difference between like, fear and like, being scared are two different things. Like, we're standing in the middle of a rose garden right now, and there are about 1,000 bees around us, and bees terrify the shit out of me.
You're like not even conscious.
So,
I'm such a quote-unquote anxious person.
Right? But so there's a great example of what affects one does not affect the other. I'm fine with it because I know that they're all eating off of these roses, and I'm not doing anything to bother them. So I can deal with that. But in a movie, when a jump scare occurs, that's not a scare. That they are startling you on purpose, right? Like they are making sure that you are startled so that you are like jumped. That's not the same sort of thing. If I had to choose like 4 movies that exemplify my favorite kind of horror, it'd be similar to Frank's. The first one would be Eyes Wide Shut. Because that's like, it's terrifying. You watch that movie, you don't know what's going to happen to this guy. Yeah. You're just scared as it goes along, and it makes you feel tense. Blue Velvet, same sort of thing. It's a horror film to me, but it's, oh shit. See? But it's not scary in the way of like a clown with you know, funny eyes or like somebody with a knife. That doesn't scare me because these things are fabricated. Blue Velvet is something about a scary like situation that a guy gets caught in. That's terrifying to me. Bone Tomahawk is also a horror movie to me, and that's terrifying because it's like, what's going on in these mountains? What are these people capable of? Why are they doing this and that? And it's so graphic and vivid. So I think it's more about creating a scene that's tense. Blair Witch is scary because you don't know what's going to happen to them. That's why it changed people's minds about what's scary.
Yeah, Blair Witch. So Blair Witch terrified me as a kid because, again, it felt real. Like, watching on VHS, the ending shot of him, like, you know, in the corner was, like, terrifying to me. I had, like, not nightmares, but it kept me up at night.
Yeah.
Now when I watch it, I just think it's cool. So as a kid, I thought supernatural stuff was scary because like I didn't know. Now so things shift, but I still find it amazing. So like Blair Witch now to me isn't scary, but I think it's still one of the best horror films of all time.
Absolutely. And that's sort of the same thing. Like people will often ask you like, how the fuck is The Shining a horror movie? And it's like, well, because it's a psychological thriller of watching this person go into his descent of madness. Of be blue right in my face. But like, that's what makes it scary, is that it seems, horror movies that make it seem like it's possible really scare me. Hereditary is another one that I think also does a great job. That tips the scale into actually making it real supernatural, but what makes that cool is that they solidify it in a world that they create. If you go back and you watch that movie, all the little nuances, all the little nods, all of the little pieces of information they give you to let you know what's been going on the whole time are there, and it creates a really rich world that lets you know in this place demons and supernatural things exist. And so it's scary because it's plausible. So I think the biggest thing with horror is it doesn't have to be scary. I think it needs to be plausible. And if it's not plausible, that makes it really hard.
And then our last question, Griffin asks, now that 2019 is almost over, what is your favorite game of the decade? For me, the one and only thing that came even close, it's just instinctual, is The Last of Us. I think The Last of Us is like one of the greatest games of all time. It's a game I beat twice when it came out on PS3 and PS4 remaster. It's one of the best games of all time. Again, it's like, talk about what scares you. Post-apocalypse, humans at their rawest survival. It's grit. It's ugly. It's violent. It's vicious. It's about survival. Like the ending, like made me tear up. It's beautiful. Like it's amazing. If you haven't played it, please play it. Please, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, The Last of Us by far.
I mean, I would probably agree with you just because I can't think of a list of, the top even 20 games of the last 10 years that I played. Last of Us is definitely one of them. God of War was incredible. I'm trying to think. We've had so many good games in this generation, but Metal Gear Solid 5. The game I spent the most time playing is always what I default to. Yeah. Because if you think about it, if you don't want to play it, you wouldn't spend time doing it. If it's not incredible, if it doesn't draw you back, like it's not, then it doesn't do its job, right? Like you keep wanting to play WoW even though you've done it a million times. Metal Gear Solid 5, I have over 1,200 hours in that game, and I will still pick it up and have fun with it. To just go to a base and try some loadout, do some infiltration, and enjoy doing those things in that game. So I gotta say it's Metal Gear Solid 5, and it's really more because of the gameplay than anything else. It's so much fun. I can't think of anything else aside from that.
And then if I was to cut the generation, then PS3 generation would be Last of Us. PS4 generation would probably be Persona 5. I loved Persona 5. I still only play Yakuza 0. I feel like that's going to scratch the same itch when I get to it. But thank you. Thank you everyone who answered questions in that brief surprise window. Again, thank you for all the support in Big Dogs. I'm very excited for Big Dogs 2020.
Yeah.
Also, 2020, I forgot, Kevin Hilt, when Dr. Ryan was on stream during the Jedi stream, we made some joke about glasses or whatever, and then it came up for the dozenth time that it's like, oh yeah, I need to get my eyes checked. Kevin Hilt gave an emergency donation of $75 for me to get my eyes examined. So the next day, it was like a commission. Go get your eyes checked.
Yeah, really.
The next day I got my eyes checked, so I ordered glasses. So Big Dogs will see 2020 in 2020. I'm very excited. Thank you, Kevin Hilt.
So cool.
We're just constantly getting augments. We upgraded our PC, we upgraded our webcam, we upgraded our vision, we upgraded our game collection, we upgraded our social media. Now we got the Big Dogs Discord. So come hang out in the Big Dogs Discord. Thank you again, our pimp Jordan Jones, who pimped our PC. Thank you, Jordan Jones. You're a legend.
Jordan Jones. Oh my God.
Thank you for donates.
Kevin Hill.
It felt nice to do a dog walk. So again, I had to make time for it. But let us know. Let us know comments. Answers to all these questions. What are your favorite games of generation? Favorite, horror movies, blah, blah, blah. But, what do you want to see more of? Do you want to see more dog walks? I'm trying to think, how often should we do it? Once a month seems achievable. Because we, this is the December update. And then we can do bonus updates. But if people give us, questions every week or ever so often, we can do more, even if it's a 10-minute lap around the house. I don't know. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what games you want us to stream. I have an endless backlog, but the more stuff is echoed.
Yeah.
Watching The Irishman on Netflix made me really want to play GTA 3. The Irishman is amazing. It's on Netflix. Watch it. But seeing all that, like, like massive, like, Italian mafia Sopranos vibes, it's like, oh shit, I'm itching for GTA 3. But
I really love GTA 3.
let us know what you want to see us stream. At the end of the month, I'm going to be in Montreal for Christmas vacation. I have to bundle up and get Christmas clothes. I mean, winter clothes. So that'll be interesting. Maybe Audrey and I will film some stuff there. And then, I also wanted to plug and thank NoClip. Danny O'Dwyer hired me, like, right before E3 this year to come on as their community manager. So again, many of the tools that I brought to the Big Dogs Discord were things I learned, trial by fire, going back to self-doubt, doing the NoClip stuff. And so, it's just like, NoClip's amazing. Right now, Danny's doing like a Christmas drive. If you subscribe at $5 or above or increase your pledge, you'll get a Christmas card and stickers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Support NoClip. We're doing video game documentaries. It's amazing work. Support the Big Dogs. And, anything you and Garrett, hardcore streaming every Wednesday still.
That's right. Yeah, it's been awesome. The PPS has been a lot of fun. It's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. So check it out. We're going to be playing Resident Evil. We've been playing it, and I want to be over with
RE6. To be clear.
RE6.
Yeah, Resident Evil 6.
God, I want to be over with it.
Not only that, but you're playing the fucking PS3 version?
Yeah, I
Like-
thought he had gotten the PS4 version.
Load times and everything would be so much fast. All right, whatever.
It's not that bad. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the Big Dogs and the PPS. And what I love about Twitch is that I can be on both shows and have two different qualifications. Like, that's part of the Poorly Played stream. We're going to play it on Garrett's original hardware.
Again, Garrett is such a fun, like, tech junkie that it's like seeing how he connects all this weird shit. Like, it's amazing. Like,
it's really uncanny how he does it. And it's all trial by fire, too, because he's never learned anything that he's done in a school. And if he did, he wouldn't do it anyway. It's really incredible. But, like, when we did the Metal Gear stream and he played Metal Gear 1, he played it on PS1. He did not play the fucking updated versions that are out on PS2 or PS3. It's insane.
Thank you so much. See you on Twitch. I think tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we're gonna have a Halo night, baby. It's coming to PC. And then leave comments, hang out. I think the biggest thing, join the Big Dogs Discord if you're not.
Join the Discord.
If you haven't popped into our Twitch chats in a while, we average around like Tuesday night is always our prime show, especially when we get rated. But I would say on any given stream, we average like 30 people. That's awesome. I'm stoked.
Awesome.
But it would be amazing. Lifelong goal, get partner. That'd be cool. 75 years. But even if it's just 30, that's great because every time we stream, it's a new batch. That's always a new, it's always a new battle royale of people in there. So again, everyone who's in there, even if you're one of the 30, always say hello. I remember every single name that comes in. So if we haven't seen you in a while, like Kathleen Noir started popping back in our streams.
Oh, really?
They disappeared for like 6 months. I don't know what, but now they're back. Great. Please come in. Again, I remember every single name. So it's fun to like utilize this like flash memory thing I have, but also like I like meeting new people. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for Audrey helping us co-host. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Big Dogs. Thank you, Superhuman.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. See you later. When? Let us know. When should we do another dog walks? I don't know. But we'll see you on Twitch, baby. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
And then we end it with a DX chop.
All right. And then fireworks are coming off. And then, ready?
You think you're a big man?